There we go. Alright. I think I'm inside the matrix now. Just doing a little something something with a sketch that I have. Trying to finish stuff up, you know? I find it difficult to finish my projects as soon as I get the idea out, because it's usually like 6 a.m., not gonna lie. So, oh, a little too, there we go. I haven't done line art in a little bit, so please forgive me if it takes me like 6 years to get anything finished. It's been a little bit. Let's see, how thick is that line? Too thick. Let's do that one. Yeah, that's good. And I warn you, I zoom in a lot. I zoom in, zoom out. So if you get motion sickness, you might not wanna you might not want to stare at the page too much. Wait for me to be focused more on the details, because right now we're just gonna do basic line art, and then we're gonna zoom in and like do the finer stuff, you know? Sometimes I do line art and then I don't like the line art, but I like it better than the sketch. And so I'll just do line art on top of line art until I like it more. That works for me, so forgive me if it's a little off, but I mean, let's make that line a little thinner. We're gonna do that. Yeah. Getting back into the flow of things. I haven't been drawing in a little while. I've been feeling the urge to draw lately. Trying to get back into it, but it's, you know, when you haven't done something in a while and it just feels kind of off. I'm feeling the kind of off part. So it's a little shaky. I hope y'all have been having a good day. I just gotta work. I'm stressed out. That knee is wrong. Why is that knee wrong? Is it? Oh god. Maybe like that? I like that better, but it still don't look right. It's okay. We're just trying to get back into the flow of things. But yeah, I just got out of work, so I'm a little out of it. I haven't really been sleeping that well lately. It's been rocky, you know. I've been trying my best just to take care of things, take care of myself. Let's do that. Here you go. Looks like she's wearing shorts, right? Maybe I should give her a little waistband right there. Yeah. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe a little smaller. Like that. Yeah, that's short-like, ain't it? Maybe I should have done something like that. On this side. You know? Oh well. That's fine. It could stay the way it is. Ugh. My whole body feels like it's been slammed into by a truck. I've been trying to draw this part of the arm a little differently recently, because I feel like I always do this and I think it looks good, but from like this point of view, like, you know, when it faces more towards the camera, I feel like that kind of looks better. If you can tell, I've never been professionally trained in art, so like my perspectives are a little messed up, but I kind of like that. I feel like when you're not professionally trained, that's when you get like the most, not original, because I feel like it's very hard to be original in the art world, but like the most unique art styles. I feel like, not to be pretentious, but a lot of the time when you try to learn from someone else, you have to kind of sacrifice. Like, for professionalism, you have to kind of sacrifice your individuality, and that's just to make yourself like marketable. And I don't know if I really want to be marketable. Whoops. Didn't mean to open that. Sorry, guys. But, like, you know what I mean? I like being able to do whatever I want and not have to worry too much. Like, I know technically I'm learning the same skills, but it feels like a natural progression and not someone just telling me, like, no, that's wrong, and this is how you really do the thing that you wanted to do. Because then I feel like kind of defiant, and I'm like, well, I don't want to do it that way. You know? I don't know if that makes sense. But I feel like I lose a lot of my joy for art when I try to do things the correct way, or whatever it's supposed to be, you know? So, I do things a stranger way. It might look pretty much the same to you guys if you're not too picky, you know? Which I like most art, so it's not like I don't think my art would be good if I got professionally trained. But I feel like I just wouldn't be happy drawing anymore. So this is as good as we're gonna get. Should I do a separate layer? See, I always have this problem on whether I should do a separate layer or not. And every time I do a separate layer, that's when it throws me off. Don't know why. Probably because I haven't been drawing digitally for a little while. It's been all like physical art, physical medium. And so I've been like not really experiencing the Control-Alt-Delete, you know? I just had eraser, physical medium, Control-Z. I think I'm gonna have some of her hair bunched up, like it's trapped under her arm here, you know what I mean? You see, that's kind of what I'm it's hard for me to articulate my thoughts sometimes, so forgive me, but I feel like stuff like that, like the physics of things, a lot of the time when I draw them, they don't make sense, but in my head, it makes sense, you know? Like, I don't think hair would actually move like this, but in my brain, it's like, yeah, that's gonna look good. And I feel like if I was, like, professionally trained in anatomy and stuff like that all my art style just wouldn't feel good anymore, because I'd be like, oh, I did it wrong. Like, I'm doing it wrong, you know what I mean? And I know it wouldn't technically matter as long as it looks good, but I think my OCD would combat me, like, every step of the way. So that's a big hurdle. Ooh, I like that. I like that swoop. I always love drawing wavy hair. Wavy hair. I do love drawing ocean hair. It's been, like, the thing that I'm obsessed with doing ever since I was younger. It's like mermaids and, like, ocean themes and stuff. Well, let's do a little... There's gonna be a little gap here. Like that, maybe? We're editing in real time. And all these little lines, like you see that little fuck up right there, we're gonna go back in and, oh, you can't see it, like that little fuck up right there, like that little extra swoop. We may or may not go back and fix it. Sometimes I leave in all of the little extra lines that shouldn't be there, and I don't notice them, and they don't bother me too much. Sometimes they eat away at my soul, and I can't sleep anymore if they stay there. So we'll see how this turns out. If it becomes obsessive or not. It's always fun. Hi, Mimu. My cat is here to say hello. Hello, Mimu. Hello. Hi, say hello. Yes. She's rubbing against my leg, so I don't know if you heard her. She made a tiny little beep, and then she left. Okay, goodbye, Mimu. She's so small. It always astonishes me how small she is compared to my other cat. She's just so little. She's a little lady. But yeah. And this is kind of how I have always done hair. Is I kind of just eyeball it, and it does not ever make sense if you actually look at it. Like, if you actually look at it, you're like, this big piece of hair should not equal this little piece of hair up here. But to me, it makes sense in my heart. It's very ethereal and like, yeah, that looks good. But if you actually were to have a real person, it would not make sense. You know what I mean? But I mean, her hair is made out of water anyway, so I might do another layer just so I don't have to worry about erasing pieces of her hair when I'm trying to clean up the little lines later. I don't know if I'll do that on camera or not. We may not. That's probably when I'm going to start zooming in and stuff, though. And that's usually a lot harder to record. Like that? Nah, it looks too, Let's try that. Like something like this. Yeah. I'm not sure if I want the line art to all be connected to make it easier to color, or if I want some, like, you know when you have broken edges? Like if I have a broken edge here, because it looks more like water that way. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? I always struggle with the little ones. Like the little tiny foop right here. Because I'm trying not to make the line too thick on the top so that it looks right, but at the same time it's not looking right. Maybe I need to make that bigger. Like that? Actually, yeah. Like, sometimes my brain is like, no, it doesn't look right, because it's actually supposed to be a different size in my head than what I actually sketched out. You see, that looks correct. There's no sloshy bits of water here, but I feel like once I finish the base line art, I go in afterwards with a white pen once I'm finished coloring everything. And the white pen, you add froth in some places, and that really helps with the watery effect. Like right here, we're just gonna... You see what I mean about the unfinished? Like, that's not connected to anything, but that's gonna help it look a lot more like water if it's not connected, because that's usually where the water is, like, the most transparent. It's where it's the thinnest. something like that. I sketched out this really big thing of water, but I think I'm gonna go for more dainty because that's where my head is going right now, so we'll see, we'll see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's been so long. I love drawing hair so much. It's been so long since I've drawn, like, I know this isn't super detailed, but, like, you know what I mean. Just detail inside of hair. And every time I draw water hair, oh yeah, it makes me want to draw so many details. Like right here, yeah. Something like that. Or no, actually, because there's this one right here. It's gonna go around. Now I like adding, like you see how I have the sketch here? I like adding in that extra line. It makes it look more hair-like, and it really helps with the illusion of water. This water is very... The hair, you want the hair to be like a river, you know? You want it to be diverting and convulging? No, that's not the word. You know the word. You'll think of the word for me, because your brain's all big and whatnot. But, you want it to converge into, like, one little piece. You see how it's all going crazy up here? But it all ends up, like, at the bottom, like, pretty much together, even though it's all crazy up here. Just like if it was ending into the ocean. And I really like that. Hi, Mimu. Oh, you're back. Hello. You're such a little lady. Hello, little lady. She's such a good girl. I kind of want the ones up here to be more crazy. Like they're more volatile, you know? And then the ones that go lower down are more subdued as they pass. Like maybe you're past the hard times. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say you know about 100 times, just so you know. Just how I am. That's how I've always been. Ooh, I like that. So that it has another, yeah, that's what I mean. It has another parallel line that's just kinda almost touching, but not quite touching. Hi, Mr. Toes. Mr. Toes is here. Honey Papa. Hi. Hi. I know you can hear him. He's a loud boy. Let's see. I don't like that. Okay. Something so therapeutic about drawing. So nice. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be losing out on this as we shift over to other things, you know? But hand drawing something, it really tunes my brain out. Makes it all so much easier to focus, you know? My brain feels more whole instead of being full of holes, you know? It's nice. There's a time and a place to have holes in your head, but I feel like when you're trying to relax, you want to be able to retain the relaxation. Otherwise you're just gonna be relaxed for a temporary amount, and then as soon as you leave your relaxed state, you go back into being stressed, and that's what your brain retains for when you're trying to sleep later. And that's when I have the most nightmares, as if it's kind of like there's junk food and then there's like actual good healthy snacks, and the junk food is good in the temporary, like watching a movie. For me, that's my junk food. Watching a TV show or watching YouTubes, that's my junk food. But this is my healthy snack. It's like forcing my brain to work. It really does help me retain my memories a lot easier. I remember my day better. The good and the bad, not just the bad. I know that sounds silly, but there's been a lot of days recently, because I haven't been drawing, that I've just completely forgotten. Like the storage ran out. And it's scary, but at the same time it's like kind of did it to myself. So it's harder to, I can't be like, oh no, I'm so scared, because I knew it was going to happen if I didn't actively try to remember. Sometimes you don't want to remember, but that's not good to not remember. To just let it all disappear down the drain. I've been talking with a lot of nothing sandwiches lately. There we go. I kind of like that shape. We'll put that there. This will be the convergence of the other side. Let's finish that other side. We may fix up the hair and redo it after the stream or during. We'll see how we feel. Sometimes we like it in the moment, we don't like it later. God, I can't keep on topic. That's what I mean. I feel very incoherent just due to all the stress that I've had today. And I feel like this is me digesting it, you know? I've just been eating stress. And I could have eaten junk food instead of my little anti-acid tablet. I was good. I took my medicine. I'm taking my medicine right now. Drawing up a storm. Get it? 'Cause it's an ocean. Yeah. Yeah. You get it. I missed Mermaid. That was something I was sad about. My girlfriend asked me, like, are you gonna be drawing for Mermaid? And I was like, no. I have like no urge to draw. I remember being like real sad when I admitted it. I was like, damn. I feel like people just don't understand sometimes when art block hits you and it's not just like a, oh well, you should draw anyway. Not that my girlfriend does that. She doesn't. She's very nice. But I feel like sometimes people don't take you seriously when you say like, I genuinely cannot make myself draw, or that you lose the love for drawing. Like, it's rough because it's like something that I've always loved to do is draw, and then every once in a while I'm like, yeah, I hate this. I can't even make myself pick up a pen because it's something I hate so much. It's it can be kind of overwhelming, to be honest. It's yeah, we're gonna go back and yeah, I can't keep topic about what I'm talking about, and I can't keep topic about what I'm trying to draw at the moment. I keep going back and forth between the body and the hair, but it's okay. We'll always get back to it eventually. But yeah, art block has been seriously beating the crap out of me lately. It's not fun. It's been making me feel kind of devalued and worthless because I can't make myself do much of anything, which sucks, but yeah, I think that's what I was missing. I need more splashies, something like that. Like it's the water going around, and when it hits a side, it splashes, you know? That kind of dealio. But, maybe I'm finally coming out of it. Here's hoping, you know? It'll all be okay. You know what? I think I want a big droplet moment here. Maybe droplet here, since it's the end of it. Yeah, that looks okay. A little droppy drop. Drip drip. You'll see what I mean at the end when I start drawing the white stuff on there. Like the rapids, the froth. The froth really sells it, in my humble opinion. There you go. That looks like an ankle, right? Kinda. You see, I've never been the best at shoes, but we're gonna do our best. Oh, my eye is itchy out of nowhere. I think there was an eyelash. Oh, alright. We're good. Yeah, well, that's fine. I'll leave that there. No, you see, I feel like her ankle doesn't connect. Maybe that's what was wrong with the photo. Not photo, the sketch. Let's see here. I'm gonna... Oh, that's the wrong tool. See, they updated Fire Alpaca and it got rid of all my presets and stuff like that. Now I'm too lazy to go back and fix it, so I'm just working with what I got. Let's make sure we got everything in here. Not you. None of you. I forget if it's in the same layer, so we're just gonna be careful. And don't worry, we can clean all this up if it's really that important to us. But we're trying not to let the OCD get to us too bad, you know? Something like that. Your foot looks kind of broken. Let's leave it like that for now. We might just go back and try to fix it a little bit. I like the way the first shoe is coming out. Maybe I should just erase it and then go back. We'll finish the first shoe and then we'll add the second shoe in a different layer to make it a little easier on ourselves. That's what we should have done in the first place, but we're choosing to struggle right now. Let's duplicate and then let's erase. That way, if we can't do anything better, that's the best part with digital art. If you choose to fuck something up on purpose, and then you're like, I don't like it anyway, you just go back. It's great. It takes a lot of stress off of drawing. A lot of stress that you don't realize you're carrying. This needs to be let's just do a little, like it's a strap, you know? She's wearing Velcro shoes. I think I originally wanted to make them like flats, and then I was like, nah, she's wearing a swimsuit. My cat is being a little dick in the other room. I don't know if you can hear him. Mister, what are you doing, eh? What are you doing? What's wrong, honey? I don't know if you can hear him. I think you can. It's pretty... He's not quiet. He's a loud little guy. Here, I'm gonna do that. So that it's... Hi, buddy. Hi. You being a dick? You are. My goodness. He's such a little stinky boy. He's so stinky. we go. Let's see if we want more drips. Drip, da, da, da. Drip, drip, drip. I think I made her face crooked, and that might be what's throwing me off on the whole thing. That's alright. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. It's okay. Maybe her shoe was supposed to come up here in my mind. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. Mister! He's in the other room screaming. He wants to play with his bunny toy. Bubba! We played with it earlier. We'll play again. He makes such sad little sounds. I don't know. I don't know why he... I think it's because I reacted a lot when he was a kitten. So now he just keeps screaming. I could be wrong though. I'm just psychoanalyzing him. But he's like, you reacted whenever I screamed before. So now if I just scream all day, no matter what, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. I'm like, all day? You don't have to scream all day. And he's like, all day. And I'm like, ah. He's my little scream bean. I might leave it like that just for now, and I'll come back to it. There we go. Yeah, I'll just go back to it later and fix it up. Now, my favorite part is always the face. I don't know. It's just always been something that makes me happy to draw. I think I might finish the rough draft of the face and then call it quits for today, though. How long have I been? It's 40 minutes. That's not bad. I remember when I used to be able, like, I still can, but I try not to anymore because it really burns you out. I used to stream and draw and stuff like that for like 8 hours at a time. I try not to. I try to keep my drawings to, at the most, it's still not, probably not good for you, but like 3 hours. That's like the most I'll try to do. We end up going above that sometimes, but I feel like it's not as bad, you know? Which isn't good, but not as bad is still an improvement that I'll take. Like, at least I'll stop and I'll go to sleep and stuff, you know? Before, I'd be lucky if he caught me sleeping at all. I think that'll be a cute little nose shape. Like that. might just leave the other nostril. I feel bad. Sometimes I feel like if I complete the nostril, it just doesn't look right. Maybe it's... Again, it's that physics thing, where I'm like, oh, do I need the other nostril? No one said that I had to, so... Something like this. And then let's make that smaller. So it's really obvious that her face is like squished in there. And then my favorite part of liner is just chiseling away, making it real obvious what parts are which. You really define the jaw just by making some parts darker and some parts lighter. It's like you can tell where the jaw ends and stuff. It's nice. I like that. Line weight. Sometimes I completely forget about line weight and everything looks not correct. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. Oh, see, this is the problem with when I have too many different layers of lines. So I forget which ones are which. There. Sometimes I forget about the line weight. Sometimes it is the only thing carrying my whole drawing. And there's not usually an in-between, which... Don't know if that's like a good thing or not, but it is what it is. I'm gonna give her some, I never tweeze my brows, so I always have those little, like, little sticky uppy part of the brow. Yeah, like that. Damn it, I keep pressing the little Windows key. You see, I like that. It's like the shape of her eye socket there. Oh, is she cute? Let's get rid of the underline. Let's see, is there anything that's missing that I can see? I think just some hair details that I'd like to add in. And then I'll see if I want to mess with her shoes more, or just leave them as is. Because sometimes I'm like, I'll fix that later, and I never fix that later. I'm like, I can't be bothered. I'm like, fix what later? I forget. There we go, like that. There, like... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I feel like that will balance it a little bit if it covers a part of her leg. Not even the whole thing, just like something like that. Yeah. Now let's start, does her body look right? Hold on, let's mirror. Buddy. I hear you screaming. What's wrong, honey? We're drawing a lady, mister. It's a lady. Here. I think I kind of see what's wrong now. Hi, Bubba. Just her leg is positioned weird. That might be throwing me off. Maybe I need to draw it like this first, and then just kind of move her leg in more, because I think her butt is too separated here. Like her cheeks are too cheeked, you know? Hi, buddy. Giving him little pets on the side, you know? So he knows that mommy's still here, still listening to him scream. Yes, I'm still listening to you. Yeah, I was like, her heel was throwing me off a lot. There we go. Let's do this. Oh, you wanna jump in my lap? Come here. Wanna say hi? Where's her legs? Oh no, mister. I can't remember what layer her legs are on. Oh yeah? I think I might combine that with this layer so that it's like that. And then we're gonna lasso tool. This might seem a little counterproductive. We're gonna lasso tool these gams right here. We're gonna zoom in and make sure we don't get any of the important bits. There we go. Let's make sure we get the whole thing. Let's get rid of. Let's get down to business. Got everything? Everything we need in here? We're gonna see if we can just slide her butt over a little bit. My cat is laying like directly in my lap, so he's a little bit he's a little in the way, but I like him. I like him there. A little too much. Oops. Oh, hold on. Let's stop for a second. Let's clone. Just in case. We forgot to clone. That's what we forgot. Just in case something inexplicably awful happened to this leg. Whoops. We're struggling a little, so don't judge too much, okay? We're very sleep deprived in this house. And I've got a baby in my lap. My little baby boy. Hello. Let's not take that with us. Let's just scooch them together a little bit more. So I'm like, maybe that's the key. Just scooch them together. Don't mind me. Look, I'm just trying to figure out, like, where things would be. So I'm like, I kind of wanted it like this, or just the toes were together. You know? I'm trying to figure out how. Ugh. I'm getting motion sickness just by looking at it. It's making me. Please don't eat my cord, mister. It's not for you, honey. It's not for you. I will pet you, but you cannot eat my cord. No, you can't eat my pen either. Hey. I will kick you out of my lap if I have to. I don't want to, but I will. If you keep eating my damn X-Pen. Hey. I love you so much, but you can't eat that. It's gonna make you sick. It's gonna make you sick if you eat that. Oh, you can't eat that. I would show you a recording of him, but he is very naughty. And I don't want to accidentally record my gross pajama pants, because they are gross. I was eating hot Cheetos, so I got little hot Cheeto prints all over my nice pajama pants. My Avatar: The Last Airbender pajama pants. Mister, you're so cute, Bubba. He's such a baby. You're so cute. Sorry, I'm taking a cat break. You're such a good boy, huh? You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. I think I like that positioning of the foot, and so I might drop the image there. I'm petting him while I talk. But I might drop the image there and then try and, like, not trace over it, but, like, get a better angle on her foot and another layer. You know? You're so good, mister. You're naughty but good. Like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Still good. It's little and broken, but still good. You're such a good boy, mister. He's such a good boy. I pet him. I pet him aggressively. Oh, he want a rough house. Oh, you want a rough house. Oh, you gonna jump down? Blink. Here you go. Hi. Oh, you shaky? You shake yourself out. Shake the aggression out. Yes. Okay. I think that is what I'm gonna do, because I do like. Sorry, I'm trying to see what foot position. I do like that foot position, so I'm thinking maybe the leg was wrong. You know what I mean? So let's, and we have the layer saved in another layer, so let's see if maybe that just looks better that way. I think it looks damn right about the same. I don't know, man. I just work here. No, actually. But, yeah. I actually like that. Okay. We might fix, like, the toe part of it later, because the toe doesn't look too good right now. But I like that better than what it was before. Let's see a comparison. This is always, yeah, I'm like, I don't like that too much. I do like that. This is nice, but it's not what I was going for. This was more what I was going for. And I am a picky bitch. That does mean we might have to clean up. Yeah, we might have to add more hair strands to clean up where it was. So we are gonna go back to original. Okay. And we already copied the body in the other layer for the foot. So we might just... Sorry. We might just leave it like that. And if we need to go back, we can. Oh. Apparently I drew the bra. Not the bra. The top of the bathing suit on a different layer. There it is. I was like, where are you? My cat jumped off my lap. Now he's screaming in the other room again. Bubba! Mommy loves you! Where you go, huh? Come back! Mommy loves you so much! Mommy wants to give you kisses! If only you weren't so far away! If only Mommy Baby was right here! Mommy Baby could have kisses! He said, no, I don't want your kisses. Said, stay away from me. He's so sassy. He's a sassy little guy. With that, it does cover up the entire... There's not like a little hole, like a peekaboo thing like I wanted. That's okay. Here, let's give her Buddy. Buddy. He scream. He scream bean. I love him so much, but he just does not ever stop screaming. I'll play with him and play with him and play with him. As soon as we stop, it's time to scream. He's so loud. What are you doing? Come here. Mommy loves you, mister. Mommy loves you. Come here. Mommy loves you. He says, I don't want to. I'm trying to invite him to come here, but he's like, no, I want to sit in the other room and scream. He's got food and water. I'm trying to think what else. Maybe litter box? No, I changed your litter box when I got home. Unless he had a big blowout. I'll check after this. Like, maybe he's like, it's too stinky now. I'm not going. There's always a possibility. I try and check. Let's see if he has reasons for screaming. He's done this since he was a kitten, and all the doctors say he's okay. So hopefully it's not anything terrifying and like awful, you know? Surely a doctor would tell me if it was awful. His checkup, he'd be like, ma'am, did you know your cat has big baby disease? And I'd be like, no, not my baby, please. Tell me, doctor, tell me it's not fatal. And he's like, yeah, it'll kill him in 25 years. And I'm like, oh god. Not the big baby disease. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that foot now. I feel like, am I crazy? Does it look exactly the fucking same? Oh no, no it doesn't. I can see the old outline. I was like, does it look the same? But it's different. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. You see, I could just do a new layer. I do not want to, though. I said, I don't want to. No, I will not do it. This is where my son gets this. He screams because his mommy is also a big baby. Doesn't want to do things. There we go. I think that looks like pretty good line art. So I'm gonna get rid of the sketch layer. We're just gonna clean it up a little bit. So let's rid of those booty cheeks. Those big Judy booty cheeks. You know what? I might actually color. Oh, oops. I might actually do a baseline color. I say that, and then I'm gonna end up finishing the whole thing, aren't I? That's the problem. Sometimes you get a little too into the drawing, and then you're like, I can't stop now. That's just how it is. Nah, I don't think I want that. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if I want her hair to be like ocean blue or ocean green. I think I've done a portrait where it is like, or maybe deep sea blue. Here, let's do just basic colors. So first, okay, this might take a little bit, but I'm gonna make a layer that is just all the other layers inside of a folder real fast so that I can easily just kind of make them all invisible whenever I need to. So I'm just dropping them all in here. Okay. So they're all in the same folder now. And then under here I can add a new layer, and this is going to be color. So forgive me. I do my color kind of weird. I kind of just eyeball it. Yeah, that looks good. And then just to see what it looks like, because I don't really I'm not really set on the colors, you know? I imagine the pose, and I imagine like the dynamic, but not really I'm not really set on anything. I do kind of want the bathing suit to be red, but I'm not sure. I'm willing to compromise on that. Maybe like a really deep blue hair. Maybe she's like a lifeguard. She's gotta shave herself. Something like that. You know, corny. I like corny shit. And then just with the base layer, I can also show you what I mean when I say to add white highlights at the end. It's the highlights make it really pop. I almost pressed that Windows tab on my keyboard again, and I would have been so embarrassed if that happened a third time. I say that, and now it's gonna happen a third time, and that's gonna suck a lot, but that's okay. I don't mind too much. Alright, now let's... And then the best part about this is we can kind of pick a color. And we'll put it on here. And then if we don't like it, we can just use color hue. And we can just change it around, you know? And we'll clean this up, of course, but just for now, it's gonna be a little messy, just because I want to get it colored quickly so that I can choose the color. Because I do have to go to sleep. I work again at midnight. So I have to get ready to sleep and stuff. And I do want to get a couple of things done today. I wanted to do my laundry, but my whole body hurts. I think that's another reason why I kind of fixate on the ocean. Because it feels like you can't really be in too much pain in the ocean, if that makes sense. You feel weightless. It feels like everything is equalized there, which is nice. I kind of wanted to go to a sensory deprivation place, just for the weightless feeling. But I would want to go with like a friend or something. I wouldn't want to go alone. What if they lock me in the tub and I can't get out and I turn into a raisin? I would let it happen too. Be like, okay, pickle me timbers, arg matey, you know? But if a friend was there, I'd be like more inclined to escape the pickling. Or my friend would just break me out of the pickling. Friends are good for that. They don't let you become pickles. My friends adequately warned me to get out of the Epsom salt bath when I've been in there too long. I wonder if any of you have seen that, there's a medieval Renaissance pickle man. I love him. He's amazing. Sorry, I'm kind of going quiet. I'm trying really hard to stay in the lines, but them lines hard to follow. I'm getting kind of disoriented. I think I want her eyeballs to be the base color of her hair. I'm thinking maybe a gradient, actually. Like dark blue up here, fade down to lighter blue, or maybe green, something like that. So maybe I'll do this. And then whatever color we end up with, it'll also be her eyeballs, you know? just to make things easier for our color palette. Because I feel like once you really decide on a color palette, or at least for me, when I decide on a color palette, it's not changing. The only time it'll change is at the very end when I add a layer on top, and I add effects to it. God, I can't remember the name for it. But yeah, I usually like lighten or I darken, or I oh, there's one that I really like. I think it's just hue. I like using the hue button. It's very convenient because it just kind of makes everything have a similar undertone. If you make it light enough, like if you make it too dark, it'll all be like, if you choose green, it'll all be green. But if you just gradient it and you overlay, yeah. I was like, what's the word for it when you put something over top? Overlay. I love overlays. They saved my life, man. I feel like without overlay, most of my drawings would be kind of mid. And this brings it just above mid. You'll see. Maybe I'll show you that too. I'll definitely show you the white pen. What I like to do for water hair. But yeah, I feel like this is pretty easy because you can just, it makes it really simple whenever you want to choose something. So you can just see all your options at once. And then you, if you don't want to do it today, like I don't want to finish this today, I have a feeling that I'm just going to keep going and then it'll be finished. I'm going to be like, wow. I kept saying I didn't want to finish it today and I did anyway. But just in case I keep true to my word of going to sleep, this makes it really easy to just kind of like, yeah, I made the decision and I'll leave it in the folder and the decision is already picked out, and so that you don't have to have much thought when you want to finish it, because I find coloring really fun, but it's tedious. And so if I ever don't have like a good idea for a drawing, I'll usually go back to like my folder yet again, all my unfinished drafts and stuff. There's a ton of them that look just like this, where the line art is finished, but I haven't actually finished coloring it in. And I feel like this is really, this is like a good place to kind of leave it off at, is when you have the color on there. So when you don't have the color, then you're like, what was I supposed to do with this? What was this supposed to be? What was the mood? What was the feeling? Hi, Mimo. You're so smelly, Mimo. And then I get overwhelmed with decisions. But then if I have a good idea, like I'm in a really good drawing mood, I don't exactly want to like finish something, I want to start something new. So if I leave it with just the coloring done, it forces my brain to be like, oh yeah, this needs something. This will also help me decide what color I want her bathing suit to be. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate that, and then we're gonna hide one of the layers, just so we have like what we originally selected, because maybe what we originally selected is what we actually want. But we're gonna go filter, hue. I'm gonna move this over so we can kind of see together. Oh, like a green. More saturation, less saturation. Maybe like that. I kind of like that. let's see. I'm gonna duplicate it again. And then I'm going to, let's color drop it. So we have the dark, I don't know if you can see the corner, but we have our dark blue. Oh, you can kind of see it. We have the dark blue and we have our new color that we chose. And I'm gonna create a selection form and I'm gonna gradient it like this. And we're gonna deselect. Something like that. You know? And then here, I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you add a layer on top. So a layer on top usually saves my life. So let's choose a really light color and like a slightly darker color of like the similar tone. We're gonna go green, like minty green. And it's gonna cover the whole thing, so don't be scared. I'm gonna put it over the whole line art. So it's gonna cover it. Just like this. And then you go over here and we can just play around with what you think will look good. I kinda like that, but it gets rid of all the detail. Divide. Overlay. Overlay is usually what I go for. The background part, I'll get rid of it in post. Because you can just kind of create selection form over the whole drawing whenever you're finished with it. And so just focus on the inside part. It's easier said than done, but... Screen, lighten, darken, difference. Difference looks funky. Color dodge. Oh, hi, Mimu. You hear her? Hi, little lady. Why are you both screaming, huh? I think they want me to play with them. Okay. Soft light, hard light. This might be my last thing that I do. Hue, saturation. I like messing with saturation too. Sometimes it helps make it cohesive. This one's color. So it'll like, you see how it's all kind of green now? I kind of like that, but we won't know for certain exactly what we want to do until the very end. I always love luminosity. I don't know, it just has like a mystical kind of like vibe to it, but the fun part is going below the line art. And sometimes you want to do below the line art and then another one above the line art just to make the line art pop more. So you'll do this, and then here, I'm going to duplicate it above the line art. You know what I mean? Something like that. And then sometimes you can kind of play with it. Make it a little funkier, you know? But yeah, this is the beginning of it. I might come back on and finish it up, or I might do it off camera and just play around, but let me, before I get too ahead of myself, let me show you what I meant by the little white streakies. So, a lot of the time I try to make sure it's not actually white, especially if it's like a blue. You're gonna be like, it's gonna look a little too extreme if it's already white. I'll just do stuff like that. Yeah. Nothing fancy. And then just stuff like that. And put it over the line art. It makes it look very watery, especially if you make it like kinda randomized, you know? Just like, you know, have fun with it. No rules. We love no rules. You know? Something like that. Make it look cleaner, but you get the gist. But yeah. Then that's with it. With the overlay, you know. But yeah, I'll probably mess with it more later. I'm gonna go play with my cats, and then I'm going to pass out for like however many hours I can, and then we'll start the whole day over again. Hopefully I'll still have the energy to draw by the time I come back. But hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, y'all. Or good afternoon for you. Bye.